All right, so today we've got a bit of a golden oldie. Some people wouldn't say that it's golden in any way, but an oldie, right? So we got the Tech Glock 34. Can we call it a Glock? Let's call it a Glock, just for argument's sake. We'll call it a Glock 34 Gen 4. So let's get into the box. I don't think Tech have actually changed their packaging in a long time. I think they could do with a little bit of an upgrade there, but you know what, it do what it do. It does what it's supposed to do. So obviously we get a basic manual. Anyone who's had any kind of Tech knows exactly what they're getting. Yep, and in the box we get some back straps, we obviously get the magazine, and we get the pistol itself, or replica itself I should say. So we'll just get this out real quick. We'll get the box out of the way. We need that, and we need those. Right, bosh, away. So yeah, we'll start with the back straps. It's the least important part, isn't it, or the least interesting part. So yeah, you can see here where obviously the real steel or the VFC Umarex ones would have the actual Glock logo here, but I've never used them. I don't know about you, but obviously we got a magazine which is 25 round capacity is what it is, and we get the replica itself. Now, I'm certainly not a Tech fanboy, but I do believe that a lot of the negative report that they have online is a little bit unfair, because I've never once in my life received a lemon from them. Every Tech that I've had has always worked flawlessly. You watch, I've just jinxed it when we try this out. But yeah, we'll obviously safety check everything first. I'll tell you what, that is not bad. Check, make sure sometimes they put a little bit of gas in. I'm trying to stay in frame for you guys. Okay, that's a solid right back. Okay, so we can see straight away that they've given us a green nozzle. I wish they wouldn't do that. I mean, if airsoft isn't anything but the LARP, embrace the LARP. That's what it's about. So obviously, if you're shooting the replica and you're getting a flash of green every time you do it, it doesn't really denote realism to me. Does that make sense? So I guess what I'm going to do is probably guns modify or something. I'm probably going to change that, just because that seems, how can I say it, toyish. It seems toyish to me. So I don't know why they've done a bright green nozzle for that. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's really positive. So yeah, on camera we can see that everything is completely safe. There's no BBs in the chamber, there's no gas in the magazine. So keyboard commandos, chill your beans. We'll take the magazine out as well. I'll tell you what, I can't get over how smooth that is. So cool things about it, it's got a cutout obviously on the slide. The slide is of course metal. It's definitely not steel. It's going to be some kind of aluminum. I don't know what they use. I'm not going to pretend to know. So obviously I've got the VFC next to me here in stark contrast. I don't know if you guys can see, but obviously Tech got in trouble a few years ago, didn't they? Because I believe that they started to make these. I'm pretty sure they didn't have the Glock logo on it, but they did start to make these without any kind of green light from Glock, and yeah, there was a little bit of trouble with it. So anyways, it does not have trades. I will bring the VFC Umarex 19X in here so you can see in stark contrast the trades. I love this thing. We'll do I think I did a review on this, but I definitely think it needs a little bit of a fresh look. This thing's awesome, it really is. But you know what, I think for the money, this was 122 quid, something like that, 130. I don't really think you can complain. You know, like I said, Tech, it does get a lot of flack online, but I've never experienced anything wrong with them. I've never received a lemon. I just have gotten the SA80, the gas blowback, and it's honestly one of the best experiences as far as airsoft. What am I trying to say here? Just your feedback on shooting the replica. The recoil's amazing, the noise is amazing, the gas efficiency is amazing. You know, so I do think that they receive a little bit of a hard time just based upon maybe Tokyo Marui fanboys. I don't know, but I don't think it's warranted, you know. I mean, I've had VFC straight out of the box, 800 quid, boom, won't lock back, you know. The Archwick that I just bought wouldn't lock back on empty. So, you know, I think that's airsoft for you, but they do receive a bit of a hard time. I'll tell you what I've noticed with this one, I'm trying to stay in frame for you guys as much as possible. I really like the extended slide stay. Does that make sense? It will. Yeah, that feels really, really great. And to be fair, I don't know why all Glocks don't have that, because this obviously doesn't have any kind of lip that I can get onto. Does that make sense? So that just feels really great. Yeah. And I should say as well, just a little side note, the reason I'm wearing these is not to be tactical. I've actually got really sore joints sometimes, so these are just compression gloves. So if I can handle something without pain, without discomfort, then you guys will be absolutely fine with it. I mean, if I enjoy it, you guys are going to have a blast. So that feels really great. I did notice as well, the mag drop button it's silky smooth. I'm trying to show you this. How can I show you this? I'll turn it around your way. But it's just got... I mean, that could be a problem to some people. You know, it might just drop out on the floor, something like that. But the VFC, that's a little bit, you have to give that a little bit more. So I do like how silky smooth that is. But like I said, you're not getting trades, but it's Glock 34. Well, it's a replica of a Glock 34, you know. I don't think that's done too badly. Obviously, we've got made in Taiwan. I wish they wouldn't do that. I don't think they have to say, where am I? I'm not in Brent. I don't think they have to say made in Taiwan. I really don't think it's necessary. You know, really, I'm sure it pisses some other airsofters off where you pay for trades. You pay for everything to be realistic. Like I said, it's a LARP, isn't it? And then you've got in massive white writing, 6mm BB, and it's like, oh, why did you do that? Why did you pay to put Colt on something only to then on the other side put you know, airsoft 6mm made in Taiwan? I just wish they wouldn't do that. It's just there's a little rant from me right there. But yeah, we can see that there's nothing really here that's conducive with the real steel. I mean, they've tried to do the marks and stuff. Let's have a look. This is a Gen 4. I believe this is a Gen 5. Don't quote me on that. Kind of unprepared a little bit on that one. So yeah, you can see they've tried to do the cutout and the mark here with the officially licensed product of Glock. On the actual VFC, there's nothing here that will say airsoft, I don't believe. Okay. So we do have 6mm underneath here. I suppose you could paint over that. You know, obviously don't break any laws of your country. But you know what? I've had this for a while and that really didn't jump out to me. It's just when they put it right here, right on the side, that's not a good idea. Tell you what, we'll get some gas into this. Did I tell you the FPS is about 310? That's what they're saying straight out of the box. But you know, the long and short of this is, I don't think it needs the Vex and the Hex that it actually gets for being WeTech. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The weight is really good. You know, you've got polymer where you're supposed to have polymer. Oh, we've got some extended rear sight here. And I believe that this is the standard that's on the 17. I'm glad actually that I brought this along so that we can see in stark contrast. So that's your standard 17 and 19 sights, a little bit smaller, lower profile. And obviously on the 34, they're a little bit more, obviously, competition sights, if we can call it that. You know, so I do like these. I really do like these. Obviously, you've got the option to place lasers, lights, anything on it that you like. You've got the grooves here, which is conducive. I think I've said that word about 6 times. Conducive is the word of the day, which is conducive with the Gen 4. They've put Gen 4 here. Obviously, the Gen 5, they got rid of that, which is really cool, actually, because on the M16A2, everyone was like, "Oh, we need a ridge. It'll make it easier to hold." And then actually, they've gone right back to just being smooth all the way down. and actually so the M16 had it right the first time. Anyways, I've gone off into a rant. We'll get some gas in this and we'll see how it shoots. So the mag is gassed up. I just noticed this on the back of the mag actually. They've tried to replicate the round marks or the round count. Does that make sense? So yeah, let's get it in to this. Obviously it's been safety checked. There's no BBs, there's no babas. We've got we're using the as I always do, we're using the Nurprol 3.0. Like I said in the last video, it's not tropical here in the UK, not by a damn sight, and so we can use a heavier gas here. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna hold down the slide stay. I can't even speak. The slide stay, Ross, that's what that's called, and we'll have a look. Whoa. Okay, all right. I can guarantee that my voice after shooting this, or after testing this, is really quiet. So that only happens, obviously you guys know, when there's been a really loud noise. So if I test this and then you hear that my voice is really quiet straight after, I want that to be a mark and a sign of how loud this actually is. That's really cool. Lock back. That's really positive. And when it locks back, it feels really, really, really positive. It's not struggling there at all. Try and have a look at the brake. Little bit of travel, but it's right there. When it does brake, it's straight away back again. Yeah, it's nice. I tell you what, when I pulled that trigger then I thought it stopped working. Eating my words about WeTech. No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what, guys? If you are new to airsoft and you're kind of getting the spooky stories about the WeTechs never working or anything like that, I would find out for yourselves. I really would. Let's just. I'll tell you what, I really don't like that green nozzle. That's going. That's the first thing to go. You know, and yeah, just for me, I think when you get something out of the box and you already know you're going to change something straight away, I don't know if that's a deal breaker or anything like that, but that for me, I don't know why they wouldn't have just made it black, but obviously it's all about, you know, cutting costs and everything like that. But yeah, so I don't know if I said, let's just do a quick rundown. So the mag capacity is 25 rounds. The gas blowback, obviously gas blowback, is 310 feet per second. It is a Gen 4. And I think that's it. So yeah, the WeTech Gen 4 Glock 34. So yeah, we'll see you next time. I'm Nocturnal Nonsense.